Wow.
That was that handoff to the wingback that went in motion. A little hard to see, but I'm sure something happened on the exchange with the quarterback and the wingback.
Ball is on the 2-yard line. Wow. Well, the rain has stopped for the moment. And let's see what the Skyhawks can do. They've got 4 tries to get 2 yards. Nathan Easterling. And a whistle stops play before the snap. And a timeout has been called. No score in the ball game. We're early in it. From Madison, West Virginia, let's pause on Video Productions.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop.
And we're back now. Thornhill Auto Group, proud to be bringing you tonight's action. This is a key part of the ball game, even though we're just a few minutes into it. Scott on the enemy, 2-yard line. 2nd and goal. Check me, 1st and goal. Easterling with 2 running backs. Not going to happen. Boy, they were ganged up there, and no chance for Cooper Grant, the 195-pound fullback. Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, the Wayne Pioneers were expecting that play.
Yeah, they stacked it in there. Scott set the formation to the left side and came back with the lead play back over here to the right. But, you know, Tommy Harmon defense, they're going to stay balanced, and good defensive stand there on 1st down.
So it's 2nd down now from the 3-yard line and goal to go. Easterling with 1 running back, and he's put wide outs both ways. Looking to throw. Loops one off to the corner, and it's dropped. Double coverage anyway. That would have been a miraculous catch had it happened. So it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 3.
Yeah, that's the old fade. Everybody likes to throw down here. You know, I'm sure they've seen they must have had a mismatch. You know, their receiver's a little taller than the DB, but well played. That's got to be a perfect throw ball. A lot of people practice it. I mean, you know, that's a play a lot of people go to down here.
Rain has started again. Ball may be a little bit slick. Big play, 3rd down and goal to go from the 3. Easterling fakes, keeps, is clobbered. Back around the 10 or 12. Wow. Let's take a look on.
Yeah, it was going to be quarterback counter, or quarterback trap, whatever you want to call it. He got a little quick fake, got it up in there. You know, right now on the goal line, Wayne, as you can see here on the replay, Wayne's just dominating the line of scrimmage.
56 is Jaden Smith, 225-pound 6-footer for the Pioneers. So we're going to try a field goal now.
I tell you what, if you wanted to fake one, you go left right now because Wayne has this side overloaded.
Tucker Breedlove is the kicker. 24-yard field goal try. Easterling, the quarterback, is the holder. And there's an illegal motion. So that's going to cost 5 yards. Ouch.
Yeah, mental mistakes. You know, there's just you can accept physical mistakes, but mental mistakes come back to bite you. You know, here again, if you look, they're rushing here from the right side. Defensive is left.
29-yard field goal try. Breedlove. On the way. It looks good. It is good. So Scott gets on the board with a field goal from 29 yards. So we have a break in the action. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. Scott 3, Pioneers coming up. You're watching high school football at its best, AA style, on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
And we're back now. Glad to have you aboard here at Skyhawks Stadium. Big crowd on hand, and they're braving the rain. Hopefully that's all we get is just rain. Came just a little bit sooner than expected. Coach Mark Montgomery's with me.
If it's been like our rain in Beckley, it always looks ominous, and then we get about not enough to sell the dust, and that's it. Had a good rain there. When was that?
Yesterday morning, yeah. Well, we need it. Charleston had gone 3 weeks without rain until yesterday. We are midway between Charleston and Logan here in Madison. Here comes the kick, and it angles across the far sideline. That's the penalty, of course. So Scott wound up with the ball after they recovered a fumble and then kicked the field goal after they could not punch it in from 2 yards out. So at least they got points on the board. First points of the year, by the way, Coach.
Yeah, and you're going to take that as a win if you're Wayne. You know, you give them the ball first and goal to 2, and end up giving the field goal. You never like to give up any points, but when somebody starts on the 2, that's a defensive win. And for Scott, as you pointed out, good positive for them. They got points out of it.
Talking to Coach Jeremy Dolan, and he didn't bring it up. I sort of asked him. You know, he's been here now. This is his 5th season, and his teams have been very successful. Now there's a penalty against the Skyhawks. Anyway, they're going to put the ball down at the, looks like 22.
I'm not for sure.
I'm not sure that's right.
No, I think they're going to move it. Yeah.
No. Anyway, he had mentioned, Coach Dolan, that in the 7 years prior to his coming, Scott had won only 7 football games. Since then, they have learned how to win. Great coaches. He's got 8 assistants. He's got great players. The community is behind this team. This is just a fun place to come and do a game. Now the ball is on the 50, squarely on the 50, and this is where it'll be the second chance for Wayne. Boy, nice play that time. And that's going to be a first down. Glare from the lights.
Yeah,
that was Jaden Wayman, by the way, carrying the ball.
That's that fullback trap. You know, good faking off the trap. You give it to him and then fake your big back there on the sweep. Snuck it right up in there. That's Wayne football.
Number 2 is the big guy. He's got it right now. Watch out for Hayton. Caden Hayton. He's the dude. He's a senior, 6'3", 210 pounds. He was injured most of last year when Wayne went 6-5. But he is back healthy, and so is the team. Second down 10. Ball on the 38 of Scott.
Coach Sean Elkins runs the defense for the Scott Skyhawks, and speaking with him, you know, you always try to take away what the team does best.
Running play again. Watch out. There's Hayton. Hayton gets a nice gain of about 8 yards down to the opposition 30. Rain coming down just a bit harder now. But the crowd, Coach, I was going to say, they came dressed for it.
Yeah, a nice crowd here on the home side, and Wayne's got a lot of fans that follow them. Coach Elkins also mentioned that, you know, the key to stopping Hayton was you got to get him within that first 4 or 5 yards. He said once he gets momentum, he's hard to bring down.
Well, they fake it to Hayton, give it to the other running back. It was a 3rd down and 3. Now it's going to be 4th down and 2.
Well, there's not going to be any decision here. I guarantee they're going to go for it.
Let's make some noise, Skyhawks. It's 4th down.
A big play early in this game. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. 3-0. Scott. Wayne. 4th down and 2. On the Skyhawks 30. Here we go. Jake Davis goes wide to the left, but I'd say they're going to run it and into the neutral zone. Ouch. Well, that will happen, especially to a good player like Moose Miller. He just jumped offside, and that'll give them an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, you get used to a team if they're going on the first sound or the first hut after they set them, and it's just hard to get out of. You got to watch that football, though. You know, when you're on defense, especially short yards, you got to expect a change in the count. Quarterback changing his voice. That picks up the 1st down the easy way.
This is Eli Haffer quarterbacking. Oh, there's a great defensive play. Look at that. The Skyhawks came in. Haffer never had a chance. That'll cost a couple.
Yeah, that's the way you play defense. That's the way to fill that hole. You know, you teach your linebackers cloudy, clear. You know, everything's cloudy. When you see the hole where they're blocking, attack it. That's usually where the ball's coming.
2nd and 12. The ball on the 27 of Scott. Wayne is ready. Double wing. Inside handoff. Good for several yards. Actually, I'm getting a better view from our TV monitor here in the booth. Ball to the 21-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 6 to go.
Yeah, Coach Harmon spoke highly of his fullback, Wayman, and he's really done an excellent job here on this drive. Good blocking up front.
And again, the youngster Haffer is the quarterback. Oh, he had no chance. Look at that defense. The Skyhawks came rumbling in. Got to give Mason Brown credit. 215-pounder. By the way, the Scott defense in that 4-4. Brown at 215. Moose Miller at 250. Eli Gillespie at 295. And Ethan Bowe, Big E, is 265. Those guys are going to be hard to get around. 4th down. Long to go. 10, 11. Fumble. Picked up. Nothing doing. So a good stop that time.
Turnover on down. Tackle made by James Smith and Ryan
Smith and Neal are credited with the stop.
Yeah, that's what happens here. You know, you mentioned it earlier. That ball gets a little slick. Your hands get a little slick. That's what happens. I always said when it rains, it kind of makes everybody even. Everybody's got to play in it, and ball handling becomes very important. Ball security. That's what you preach as a coach in these situations.
This will be the 3rd chance on offense for the hometown team, the Scott Skyhawks. From their 26. 3-0 Scott. Easterling, long count. Low snap, but a big opening. Wow, look at that. Rumbling is Mason Brown, 5'11 senior, 215 pounds, a 4-year starter for Coach Dolan.
That's what happens defensive when you've got a lot of movement in the backfield. A lot of times your position, your duty, whatever you're responsible for, whatever gap, you let your eyes get in the backfield, and that first back quick hitter can go for a lot of yardage.
Out of the shotgun with a man in motion. Oops. You can only have one man in motion, and Sharps forgot. So that'll cost 5 yards. Oh, wait a minute now. They're calling a 5-yard penalty for offside. I beg your pardon.
Yeah. You know, you can get by with 2 in motion as long as one resets. And during that, the young man here from Wayne stepped across and got in the neutral zone, and they got him.
Well, the rain is really coming down, the hardest it's rained all night. Started raining just after we had started at about 7:35. 1st and 5 to go for the Skyhawks. Brown, he's got a big gainer. He's on his horse to the 40. He's to the 30, and he's down near the 20. Mason Brown. Oh, and he's a load too, 215 pounds.
Yeah, he's running downhill behind his pads. We'll see the replay.
Well, we almost did.
Yeah.
We want to. Take our word for it. It was a great run. Oops. Sorry about that. Did I push the wrong button? 1st and 10. Deep in enemy territory at the 25-yard line. Run to the far side. That's Sharps. And he's got 3, maybe 4. Let's see where they'll spot him.
Uh-oh. That's going to stop it probably.
We're down to the last 5 seconds of the first quarter. Scott leads 3-0. And a timeout has been called.
Wouldn't be surprised, Bill. We saw a bolt of lightning here in the press box. The officials, I don't know if they saw it or not, but
I didn't see anything.
Okay.
And I wouldn't admit it if I did. We're waiting for the signal. 5.5 seconds left in this first quarter. We expected bad weather coming, but later in the evening, probably around 9 or 9:30 instead, it came early. Mother Nature is not on any schedule. All right, they're going to say roll the clock. Let's finish the quarter. That's been done. We are finished after one period here in Boone County, West Virginia. It's Scott 3, Wayne nothing. Let's pause for a minute on Video Productions.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection,
10 quality brands,
all from a name you've trusted for years.
plus a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
At Thornhill Auto Group.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Well, folks, the bad news has just arrived. Somebody saw lightning on the horizon, and the public address announcement has just been made. All of the crowd, I'm guessing nearly 2,000 people here, have been told to get off the metal bleachers, go to your cars, or go to some place that is secluded away from the metal. Both teams are on their way to the locker rooms off to the left, as you can see, and we got one quarter in. And now we'll have to wait a while. Hopefully no more lightning. But whenever lightning is seen, you got to wait, Coach, what, half an hour?
Yeah, 30 minutes. And then if the officials see another flash, the clock starts over from that flash. So it's going to be at least 30 minutes. And you keep doing it. You know, the SSAC, who governs our high school organization, they emphasize they like these games to be finished. No matter if you have to wait till wee hours of the morning. They don't want to have to come back and replay it. So,
When you were coaching, did you ever have a lightning delay?
oh yes, several.
And
Several.
what do you say to the kids?
Yeah, you just tell them, hey, we're in it. Take your pads off, relax, and you just kind of got to restart. And you hope mentally they're with it. It can be good or bad, depending on how the game had been going. But this game's going pretty well, so you just hope the kids can handle it. You hope the locker room's got a lot of room in it. You hope it's air conditioned here early in the season. You hope you got a lot of drinks. Usually the home team's got the advantage as far as that goes. So. It's not great, but you got to deal with it. It's out of your control.
Absolutely. Well, we've got Pepsi right here, so I'm happy. Got Cheez-Its, courtesy of you. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
And we've got stats, not much. We've got stories, plentifully. If I could say the word, we could do all that. First, let's recap the game. Scott with a 3-0 lead on a 29-yard Breedlove field goal. That came with 5:45 in the first quarter. That's been the only scoring. And it came because Wayne fumbled on their first series. They had taken a punt on their 3-yard line and then fumbled it right there. And it was recovered, obviously, by Scott. After they couldn't punch it in on the ground, they hit the field goal. Even after a 5-yard penalty, it set them back. So Breedlove has the only scoring in this ball game. Coach, when you look at what's happened so far, we knew what was going to happen for Wayne. They love to run the ball, and they've got some really good runners, including Caden Hayton, the 6'3", 210-pound senior. He had given it a couple of goes, but they have more than him. They have 2 quarterbacks. They alternate every play, and that's how they play. And in talking to the Wayne head coach, Coach Harmon, he said, you go with the people you think can win for you, and these kids are dedicated. And over the years, with a record that he's got, 234 victories over 29 seasons, including the one last week when they beat Tulsa. And by the way, he has won titles in 2006, 2011, and 2012. So he's got 3 state titles to his credit. So when Coach Harmon speaks, you listen to Tom.
Yeah, and 20 playoffs in 28 years. Also, that's great. Yeah, he's just one of the outstanding high school coaches in West Virginia. He's got almost 300 wins, and much respected by his brothers in coaching and the people that know about Wayne football. As they like to say, out Wayne. That's I like it when the people live out there. You're going out Wayne when you go to Wayne. So.
Oh my gosh! For those of you who are tuning in late, Wayne is a football power just south of Huntington. So they had to bus here to Huntington, then to Charleston, and then on Corridor G down toward Logan. And for those of us who came from Beckley, we went up the turnpike and then turned at Marmette and came down the old road until we got to Corridor G. And hadn't been here in quite a while, at least in this neck of the woods. But this is really a very nice facility here. They've done it up right. We'll tell you more about this press box when we get a break. But first, let's pause for the folks who are helping us bring you this action on Video Productions.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life,
We got you.
get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
And hello again, everybody. We are back at Skyhawk Field in Madison, West Virginia. We have had a lightning delay, and hopefully the lightning has gone away. So both teams have come back out on the field. The lightning delay started just a couple of minutes after 8 o'clock. We should get this game started a couple of minutes after 8:30. If you've just joined us, we got the first quarter played, and then the lightning came. The rain had come down pretty hard before that. Right now, the rain has stopped. Hopefully, the lightning is gone, probably off on its way to Beckley. So we'll see how my buddy Maris Lowry is doing with the Greenbrier East Woodrow Wilson game. We understand that that's a 7-6 lead for Beckley early on. We were looking at other scores when we had the break. I'm Bill O'Brien, and Coach Mark Montgomery is with me here at Scott High School. And we'd like to thank everybody here at Scott for their hospitality. One of the things we wanted to mention, Coach, was this press box. And this is something that is special. You know, you and I have been around the block numerous times for decades. And you've been, of course, in locker rooms everywhere, but I've been in press boxes everywhere until here. This is the first time I've been in Madison at the stadium. And what they did, they knew that they needed to upgrade the press facilities. And so a young man who had played football here a few years ago, Gavin Bias, decided that he would take the bull by the horns. He got wood from the old basketball floor at the adjacent high school, brought it up here, he planed it, he sawed it, he nurtured it, and he installed it here on the platform right by the windows looking out on the field. They painted everything. They took care of the various signage. They put in a new banister. It used to be a little I don't know what you call it, a corkscrew kind of ladder.
It would be the drop down most people have, their attic ladders. It folds up.
And this one was just, it was pretty rough, we understand. I was able to climb this new walkway they put up to the top, which is where our camera operator is, and they have made this into a first-class facility.
Yeah, this counter that we have our stuff on, you can tell a person that knows about football and media. I mean, it's perfect. It's big. It's the perfect height. He has outlets here. Under us right now, obviously, you like the lighting low when you're in the press box night. He has lighting under the table that's lit up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 TV screens. Been fortunate enough to be in some college press box. I mean, it's just like if you're at a Division I college watching a game. You know, our broadcast is on all these, and it's just first class. His grandmother was in here today painting, and it's just really Boone County Schools should give Gavin. I heard him say the school paid a little bit, not near as much as what it would have cost for someone to do it. They need to recognize him because what a great job.
No doubt about it. And in fact, he and his family took care of the rest of the expense. And they had ordered some equipment, he said, weeks ago. It arrived here at the school at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And that's where they were able to mount all of these television screens here just a little while before we got here. So just a marvelous job, a first-class facility, no doubt. All right, let's get you set up here. Skyhawks 0-1 on the year. In Double-A, they are expected to go postseason. The Wayne Pioneers, they are Double-A. They are expected to go postseason. And both these teams played each other in the regular year last year. Wayne won the regular game. In the postseason, Scott beat them. So 1-1 last year, and they're playing here right now. A 3-0 lead for Scott after the first quarter on a 29-yard field goal. And we're checking it out, and looks like we're about ready to play ball. So the crowd is making their way back in. We had a capacity crowd on the home stands and a nice group coming down from Wayne County at the far sideline. And we're ready to play ball. Start of the second quarter. Running play, Scott down to the 15-yard line. So that was Mason Brown carrying the ball. And tell you what, he can move people out. He's 215 pounds of rope and stomp and dynamite.
Yeah, you saw that lead play, and he's very quick to the hole, running downhill and off tackle. They've had success there. They've tried right up in A gap between the center and the guard hasn't worked. More off tackle has been successful.
First down for Scott. Running play, Brown again off the left side down to the 10-yard line. Second down coming and 7 yards to go, maybe 6. Yeah.
Boy, you love the way he runs. He finishes those runs, lowers his shoulder pad for contact. That's what you want down here in the red zone.
Louisa DC is our producer-director tonight. We thank her for her good work. Second down, a long 5. Easterling, quarterback, number 6, hands it to Brown. He's hit, but he keeps moving forward down to the 8. And good sportsmanship that time. The opponent came in there, and for Scott, Caden Hayton picked up his running back. He made the tackle and then picked him up. I like to see that. Ball on the 6. Third down, a long 2. Skyhawks are looking back for the head coach. He gives the signal. Quarterback throws into the end zone, and it's overthrown.
Yeah, he had a slant there from the inside receiver, and he was open, just overthrew it. You know, a lot of adrenaline coming back out here. Yeah, you know, you don't know. They had a 5-minute mandatory warm-up. You don't know how many throws he got in, but had the right play called.
Easterling is a senior. He was second-team All-State last year, the quarterback. So it's 4th down and short. 4th and 3. And looks like they're going to try a field goal again. Tucker Breedlove hit the 29-yarder. This time it would be a 26-yarder.
And once again, Wayne has this left side overloaded. Almost daring you to fake one to the right.
And with that, a timeout is called. No, check me. Delay of game. Delay against 5 yards. That happened last time they were going to kick a field goal.
It did, sure did. We had a late player coming in there, and that's just the way they mark that ball now. You don't have a lot of time to decide what you're doing.
So the ball is down on the 19, 29-yard attempt. Just like last time, only the last field goal was to the right end zone. High snap, kick down, and it is just wide left. So the field goal misses from 29. Score remains 3-0.
Yeah, those kicks sometimes from the right hash with the right-footed kicker, you really got to focus on it. And, everything kicking is just it's very difficult. The snap, the hold, the kick, it amazes me, and I coached for 40 years how well kickers do. So he's 1 for 1 so far. I'll take that.
the pressure on those kickers, you know?
Yeah, you just tell him when he comes over, hey, we're going to need the next one, and you'll make it. So,
all right, let's take a look now at the Wayne Pioneers. Starting from their 20. Nice run near the 30. Close to a first down.
There's that sweep play. It's just wing T action. You got the fullback trap or dive. You have the sweep with the back, and then you can also give a little misdirection sweep going the other way with the wing back. And then, of course, you have bootleg pass off of that.
Wayne is ready. In 3. They had him at the line of scrimmage, the Skyhawk defense. And the running play gets up 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, Scott did a great job. I'm sure Coach Elkins has really taught his guys their keys. And, boy, they read it that well. They stepped up there and filled that inside run to A-gap. Just didn't wrap up. Good leg churning by the back from Wayne.
2nd down 7. The ball is on the 33-yard line. So glad about this artificial surface. Can you imagine after all the rain we've had, we would never have been able to see yard signs, yard line, or numerals on the backs. And that was Eli Haffer, the quarterback, who tried to turn the right corner and got maybe a yard. 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 9. Here's the Thornhill Auto Group replay.
Here's the quarterback keeper off of that action, and you got to run bootleg. That time he decided to keep it. Well played by the Scott Skyhawk defense.
Thank you. From the 31. Big play for the Pioneers. Running play. That's going to lose a yard. Look at how many black shirts are in there. Led by 34, Mason Brown. Said Peanut Brown is in there too.
That's how you stop any running game. You get good penetration, and the Skyhawks had it that time.
No doubt. 4th down and 10. Punting time. Be the first punt of the night for Wayne.
Ball's still a little wet here. Center having to kick it and see how the returner does.
It was a high snap, but no problem that time for the punter. Got it down across midfield.
Scott will take over possession on the 39-yard line. Be first down Skyhawks.
So the Skyhawks will have good field position. On this, their 4th opportunity on offense. 3-0 is the score. Well, we knew both teams had good D. 39-yard line. Scott ready. Nathan Easterling. Out of the gun. Man in motion. Hands it to that man in motion. Here's the turn by Ryan Neal, and he gets nothing. Oh, that was good D that time by Dante Worrell, the linebacker for the Wayne Pioneers. He's a junior, 5'8", 190 pounds.
That's that jet sweep action. It looked like maybe if he'd had stayed outside with, they kind of had the outside seal, but he planted it up in there, and good pursuit by those Wayne Pioneers.
Sharps goes wide to the right, and Addix Pennington is also wide to the right. A throw to the left, and it is complete. Caden Sharps catches that ball near the first down marker. At the 49, he may have to measure.
Complete Sharps.
Yeah, nice little play off the play action. They ran a little hitch right out here and turned into a first down. Good pitch and catch.
At the 49, first down for the Skyhawks. Skyhawk Field. Actually, it's Skyhawk Stadium, and field is named for Boone Medical Center. We'd like to thank the Thornhill Automotive Group for presenting tonight's action on Video Productions. Near midfield, here come the Skyhawks. Inside handoff, good for maybe a yard that time to Mason Brown, the big guy, following his lead blocking on the left side. And, boy, good defense that time after a flag.
Yeah, good defense. I think what you're going to have here, the right guard for Scott, I don't think he was on the line of scrimmage. He was way back, and he was going to pull. You know, that's something that you can read, pick up on as you're scouting teams. But I would just notice here before the play, and I was like, he's way back off the line of scrimmage.
Penalty is declined. By the way, the tackle was made by Armando Batista, a senior, 250 pounds, 6'2". His family is from Cuba. He is a direct descendant of the former president of Cuba, Batista, who was overthrown by Fidel Castro in 1959. Little history lesson as we get back to football. Brown gets the carry. He spins as he's hit and gets a yard. Squarely to midfield here, Coach. A beautiful artificial surface. The big Skyhawk there in the middle.
Yeah, something the viewers there at home can pick up on. Again, this time the left tackle for Scott, he was off the line of scrimmage a little bit. And, of course, he pulled and led up to the right. So as you watch that, you might kind of want to watch that and give you an idea of which way the ball's going.
Peanut Brown goes wide to the far side, top of your screen. Pennington to the near side. Running play. Spin move that time, and Ryan Neal is taken down for a loss.
Once again, you're the linebacker and the back's on your side, so you have him if he goes out for a pass. And they ran a swing route. They just swung the back out of the backfield. Great downhill tackle on the play.
4th down, a dozen yards to go. And so for the first time, the second time tonight, it'll be punting time for Scott. Ryan Neal will punt. Single safety back for Wayne back at the 15-yard line. Nice kick. Angling down at the 5 and goes into the end zone. Boy, he's got a leg.
Yeah, that was a big-time punt.
So Jake Davis had no chance that time for Wayne, and the ball will be brought back out. So we are in the second quarter here after a lightning delay of a half an hour. And a 3-0 score. I expected a little more scoring in this ball game, Coach.
Yeah, both defenses were really, stepping up here, and it's kind of been a battle. Neither one of them's really gotten much rhythm. Had a couple, 10, 15-yard runs. Other than that, it's been a slugfest.
In the trenches, mostly. From the 20-yard line. Running play again. Nothing doing. And again, you've got to give credit to the interior line. And let's see. Yeah, Charlie Ball. Charlie Ball is a junior, 5'10", 220-pound linebacker. The Sam, as they call him, strong side linebacker. The Mike means middle. Throw off to the near side. Boy, he's missed a couple of would-be tacklers and gets a nice gain up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he got a lot of that on his own. I mean, Scott played it really well, got across the line of scrimmage, but he was able to make a couple moves and pick up some good yardage.
And we see a couple of yellow hankies up in the air. Somebody must have said something after the play. Peanut Brown was in on the tackle for Scott. It's going to take some sort of big mistake in this kind of game. Is that a sideline infraction in sportsmanlike? And it's first down for Wayne.
Was it just a warning? No, he walked it off.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
Normally there is a warning first, but not that time.
I bet they warned him at some point in time before because Scott coaches would be a little upset if they didn't.
Used to be some of these teams have a get-back coach. The assistant would tell the team, get back on the sideline, or else it'll be a penalty. Ball on the 31-yard line, first down for the Wayne Pioneers. 3 minutes and a half to play till halftime. Expecting a performance by the Scott Band. Boy, they were really sharp in the pregame. Little flare pass left side. Complete for big yardage. Look at this. He's still on his horse to midfield. Fumble. And Scott may have it. Let's see. Coach?
Well, the referee's going to mark it down. I couldn't tell, but I heard him blow his whistle. That's probably one we'd like to take a look at again.
And there's a penalty marker from the near sideline. Somebody must have said something on the near bench. Let's look.
Yeah, here's the replay. You'll be able to see it.
That was Dante Worrell. And so the ball winds up at the 41-yard line.
I think sometimes these things happen where the official might have blown the whistle just a little early, but that's what you go by. And it was a bang play, and I don't know what would we have to wait.
Well,
and see.
There was a personal foul called on Wayne after the play. The referee, the official from the near sideline, threw that flag. But nevertheless, the ball will wind up, instead of in Scott territory, it winds up back in Wayne land on their 39. Tailback tries. He's going to keep pushing forward for several hard-earned yards, maybe 3 or 4. The bottom of that pile is Mason Brown, among others wearing the black and gold of Scott.
And I just want to remind everyone again, even though it looked like the ball was out, it's the play ends when the official blows it dead. And I think that's what happened. I heard the whistle blow, and so that's what officials go on. Officials have a hard job to do. They don't have the blessing of looking at the replay like we do.
We're approaching 2 minutes left until halftime. Yeah, we're still in the first half. We had a lightning delay. 2nd and 5, Wayne. Tailback, big run, first down. Tackle made that time by Peanut Brown.
Yeah, that long run, even though with the penalties, kind of giving Wayne some life here. See how Scott can answer. They've got the clock on their side here.
Pioneers on the Scott, 48. First down coming. 1:40 on a turning second quarter clock. Back to throw, firing deep. Got a man out there, and it is dropped. And there's a penalty. Pass interference is going to be called that time on Sharps. I'll be interested to see this again. Looked like pretty good defense. And
I would look for holding a jersey.
There was that play again. Well, the ref called it right away.
Yeah, I would say kind of we didn't get to see every bit of it. I bet he had a hold of jersey and just kind of hard to see it.
Trey Hayton was the quarterback who threw that pass. He's just a freshman, just a 15-year-old. And he's got some bit of an arm there. So the clock now stopping, 1:32 to play till halftime. And Wayne is knocking on the door. They've got the ball on the Scott 33-yard line where it's first down. I hope I didn't see any lightning over there.
I think it was off in the distance.
Worrell. Quarterback keeps. Haffer is going to eat dirt, if there were any.
Boy, Coach Elkins really has these linebackers schooled. You tell your outside linebacker when the ball goes away is you stay home. You stay home for any counters or keepers. And that's the second time Wayne's tried to run that play tonight, and Scott stopped it both times for losses behind the line of scrimmage.
Scott linebackers are Jeremiah Brown, Cooper Grant, Jaden Smith, and Charlie Ball. And you're right, they have done a great job here. Got a momentary timeout, second down, and 13 yards to go. The ball is on the Scott 36, where the Pioneers from Wayne County have the ball And the clock shows 1:21 left until halftime. Only scoring has been a 29-yard field goal in the first quarter by Scott. Breedlove nailed that one, and then he missed a 29-yarder in this quarter.
Reminder fans,
big crowd on hand here. Glad to have you on Video Productions. At halftime, we will update our scoreboard and recap this ball game. Here we go. Second and long. Wayne Pioneers 1-0. They won their opening week game against Tulsa. Handoff, running back, big play. Watch out. There's the man, Caden Hayton. And he's got 5 or 6 yards. Did you see how Coach, he was going up the middle and then he sort of made a quick left turn. He's good.
Yeah, he did a little jump cut there on the second level. Nice kick out block to get him started. And he's a hoss now. I mean, he gets started. Got to be good tacklers, which Scott were on that play.
He's number 2, and we mean that as a uniform number, not on his, whether or not he's not number 1. Running play, good for maybe a yard, and Wayne wants a timeout. It'll be 4th down and 3.5 yards to go, so they want to talk it over. So, Coach, we'll keep it here and let everybody know that our broadcast tonight is brought to you by the Thornhill Auto Group. If you're looking for a vehicle, they're ready to make you a deal. They'll make your automotive dream come true at Thornhill Auto Group. So, Coach, you're the man. What are you calling here?
Well, time's not on your favor. If you're Wayne, it is for Scott. I think they have 1 timeout left, so you're not going to be able to get tackled in bounds a lot. So you want a play that's going to get you down there, get you that first down, to where then you could stop the clock by, clock play as we call it, by spiking the ball. But in these situations, you always want to try to get the ball in your best player's hands. So
43 seconds left till halftime. Big play for the Pioneers. And a whistle stops the play as the quarterback Hayton was handing it off.
Not for sure they were set for a second. No penalty.
All right, we'll go again. Watch out for Hayton, number 2. They're going to give it to him. He dances through a host of would-be tacklers, and I think he stopped. He needed to get those penalty marker flies. Wow. This could be a big penalty. He needed 3.5 yards, Hayton. I think he got 3, but then the penalty marker came down. Well, the penalty is on the Pioneers, so that stops the action and hands the ball over to Scott. So they make it work with 34 seconds left in the first half.
Aiding the runner, pushing the runner, helping the runner was the call. So they got it in their top runner's hand. Just, everybody's fighting for that extra yard. You see it all the time now on every level. All the blockers coming up and pushing the runner, and got the call there, and it is against the rules to do it.
Ball is on the 24-yard line. Scott will have it with little more than half a minute to play in this half. And a timeout's been called. Timeout in the ball game. Let's pause for 30 seconds on Video Productions.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
And we're back now. The last half minute of the half. And the clock is turning down, and that's going to do it. 25 seconds left, and the clock is rolling. The rain has stopped for the moment, and we have the first half in the books. Wow, this has been one half of play. Mother Nature had a hand in it. And at halftime, it's the Scott Skyhawks 3 and the Wayne Pioneers nothing. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will recap the half. We'll have scores from other games, and we'll tell you more about what's going on here in Madison, West Virginia. First, we remind you, you're watching high school football at its best on Video Productions.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Hey, grab me one too.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
And we are back now in Madison, West Virginia. Halftime with a 3-0 lead for the hometown Scott Skyhawks. Yours truly, Bill O'Brien, with Coach Mark Montgomery. Our producer-director tonight is Louisa D.C., doing a great job. And Seth Ward is our camera operator up on top of the roof. Actually, he does have a roof over his head, but he's got a lot of big window space there, so he's probably got some of the moisture in the first half, but he's done a great job, and we thank him for that. We thank everybody, too, for all of their help in the preparation of our broadcast as we tell you what's going on here in Boone County. Well, we've got other scores, and Coach, are you ready for that?
Yeah, let's start out with AA. These are all halftime, third and fourth quarter scores. Got one played yesterday. Berkeley Springs leads Hancock, Maryland, 25-8. Braxton County is beating Gilmer County 28-0. Buffalo is behind Clay County 17-6. Doddridge County is up on Ritchie County 48-0. Frankfort leads Hampshire 45-7. Independence leads Martins Ferry, Ohio 35-6. Liberty Raleigh, those Fighting Liberty Raiders, are playing Pikeview close. It's 22-18.
Pikeview on top?
Pikeview is ahead. Yes, sir. Thank you. Logan leads Riverview 13-0. Midland Trail leads Polka 35-0. Mingo Central leads West Side 18-6. Oak Glen is up on Single A St. Mary's 33-12. Wyoming East, Petersburg. Petersburg leads that one 29-0. Scott, our game here, as we said, is a defensive battle. Scott is up 3-0 at the half over
the Wayne Pioneers.
Sissonville, who broke their 21-game losing streak last night, beat Tulsa 20-19. South Harrison and is up on Lincoln 14-7. Greenbrier West leads Summers County 26-6. John Marshall leads Weir 42-6. That's the AA scoreboard.
Thank you, sir. Well, I tell you what, this band is something special. 60 members. The Skyhawk Marching Band, led by Brent Kirk. And they are something special to see. The black and gold of Scott High School. Well, we'll be back. We'll recap the first half of this game. And unfortunately, I've just seen a whole lot of lightning off on the horizon. So we may have a long delay again. Well, we'll find out after we take a break on Video Productions. Did you?
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Boom Memorial Health makes me feel valued as an employee because I have a voice. If I see an issue, they listen to that issue. They take that problem serious and move forward on a solution.
The people here made me feel like I was part of the team, a part of the family, because that's what it is here. It's a family. And I think that's one thing that our leadership team tries to be inclusive. They make people feel like they're valued and they're appreciated. After 2 years with the company now, I can honestly say I still feel like it was the best decision I made. So while I chose Boone, I'm happy that Boone chose me too.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we're back in Madison, West Virginia at Skyhawk Stadium. And this has been a terrific halftime performance by the Skyhawk Marching Band. When we started this game, we had all of the seats on the home side filled. But then when the lightning came, the rains came, a lot of people went away and have not returned. I'd say we're still at 50% capacity here on the home side. And a nice crowd came from Wayne County. You can see them on the far side. Well, that lightning, and Coach Montgomery and I were talking about it during the commercial break. It could be heat lightning. We're hopeful because we do not have any rain. And, you know, we are tucked away in the mountains here in Boone County. And sometimes it's hard to determine what is heat lightning and what is real lightning. So we're going with the first. So far, so good. Hopefully we can get the second half in without a further delay. We'll have more scores for you in just a moment. First, let me recap the first half here. Scott took the opening kickoff and was forced to punt. Wayne then, on their first opportunity, got the ball on their 3-yard line and fumbled there. So Scott had 4 chances to make 3 yards. They couldn't do it, so they kicked a field goal of 29 yards. That was with 5:45 left in the first quarter. Breedlove nailed a 29-yarder after a 5-yard penalty put him back, and he made it anyway, perfectly, 3-0. After that, he missed a 29-yarder on the next possession, and Scott really had no other chance to score. For Wayne, they were marching down the field their last of 4 possessions in the half when they were held at the 28-yard line of Scott. So that's as close as Wayne got to scoring, and that's it. So far, it's been defense all the way. Well, let's take a look at other scores around the state, and once again, here's Mark Montgomery.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at 4A. These are all scattered. I'm sure some people have had some lightning delays like we have. Philip Barber is up on Buchanan Upshur 34-10. Capital leads Cabell Midland 14-7. The George Washington Patriots are up on the Hurricane Redskins 28-7. Here's a big game. Huntington 22, Martinsburg 7. That's still in the second quarter.
Well, that's a big surprise.
Jefferson and Morgantown. Morgantown is up 35-7. Loudoun Valley, Virginia, and Musselman are tied up at 28. Oak Hill and Riverside, we're still getting a 0-0 score in the first quarter. I would say that's probably some type of delay.
Yeah.
Spring Valley is up on Parkersburg. It's all tied up 13-13. Wheeling Park, Spring Mills. Wheeling Park is trailing by 1 point to Spring Mills, and that game's in the fourth quarter, 28-27. University still leads Parkersburg South 9-7, third quarter score. Washington 30, Hedgesville 14, fourth quarter. Woodrow Wilson, Greenbrier East, they're all tied up 14-14 in the third quarter.
Wow. And Maris Lowry, our sidekick, is broadcasting that game on video productions. So if you want to check that out before we get back to business here, you certainly have our permission to do that. Here in Madison, temperature is 74 degrees. Isolated thunderstorms are in the area, and they're predicting just another light rain coming in the second half. Very humid here, but in the first half at least, the lightning was the winner and the rain because it made things just a little bit slippery, Coach.
Yeah, and both teams, are still feeling their way out offensively. They've kind of moved the ball here in between both 25-yard lines, and both squads have kind of bogged down either because of the defense of the other teams or a penalty or a good defensive play. So, it's going to be a heck of a game here in the second half. That was not heat lightning we just saw, but the officials aren't out, I don't think. So,
They didn't see it?
I don't guess
we didn't see it.
Yeah. But it's not raining. I mean, that's the thing.
I'm looking at the radar and just trying to see. We do have scattered blobs of green in amongst the area here in Boone County. And this was predicted, but it was predicted to start right about now rather than when it started, which was at 7:35.
Right.
So,
yeah.
What are you going to do? Huh?
It's that time of the year. And, just like you said, Mother Nature, she has her own agenda.
Looking down, it appears that Logan is getting quite a bit of rain right now and coming up this way. So, anyway, that's something to look forward to. All right, we'll see if we have a third quarter kick when we come back after these commercial messages on Video Productions.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
And we're back now at Skyhawks Stadium in West Madison, West Virginia. And close to us, of course, is the county seat, Madison. And just across the river is Danville. So got a nice little population center here along Corridor G. And they've got a really nice football facility. When we arrived here at, about 5:30 today, we had a chance to go into the home locker room. And, of course, Mark Montgomery, who has been coaching in West Virginia, well, 1 year in Florida, right? But the rest of the time in West Virginia, I mean, you know almost everybody in every locale. So, yeah, he goes into the locker room and everybody, it's like old home week here. It was great. And these guys, this coaching staff, just a pleasure to talk to. And especially Coach Dolan. I mean, he's not only the head football coach and has been, this is his 5th and last year, but he's also the vice principal and he's the athletic director. So I said, when you end your coaching career after this season, what are you going to miss? He said, I love the coaching, but the other stuff is what really takes up your time. He said, for example, we had to get, materials for the concession stands. He said, I wound up doing that. We had other things that, people don't realize, and Mark, you can talk to this as coaches, because it's not only the X's and O's and the travel, and, but you got to deal with the media, you got to deal with administration and the parents. I mean, there are so many things that have to happen, and your time, and in fact, Coach Dolan mentioned this. He said, when I decided to become a coach and I applied, he said, my wife pushed me to do it. And that's very important because, the family is the one that really doesn't understand until it happens that a coach is on duty 18 hours a day.
Yeah, and you look at successful coaches, they have a wife that is probably the number one assistant coach or the head coach in some ways. To have a good wife that supports and helps out coaches so much, that's the key. I just see it all the time. Behind every successful coach is a wife that is a sports wife, and in this sport, a football wife, and that's very important because it's more than Friday nights. I mean, it's Friday nights is kind of like the cherry on top of everything else, and I enjoyed practice as much as games and the prep and those type things. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing like football Friday in West Virginia, but there's a lot that has to be done on every level, and that kind of makes a difference. You can tell your good programs that have coaches that do that, and then when you get community helping you, and just like the former player here, Gavin Bias doing this press box. I mean, those are things that make you have a program that's that you can be proud of.
No doubt about it, and well said. So this is, I guess, the first fall that you, Mark Montgomery, have not been patrolling the sidelines in 40 years.
Yeah, it's the first time in 40 years I haven't had a whistle around my neck, and it's like I said, when we got here today, I thought back to that 4 years ago when we brought our team at Liberty over here. I told you I don't like to remember the outcome, but it was almost like, I can remember everything is exactly the same. When I saw Wayne's buses pulling in, and there's the players getting their gear off the bus, off the equipment truck. Those are things you miss. But when at a certain time you just kind of know it, and it's time for younger guys with new ideas and new ways of doing things to step in, and I just hope that over those 40 years, I was a good role model and helped prepare, young men to be men and good husbands and good fathers.
The worst part of all of that, of course, I'm sure that that's true, but when we got to the stadium, Coach Montgomery says, all right, O'Brien, run those stairs. Up and down you go. Up to the press box and back. Come on. Oh, man, you're tough.
Well, you did that last week.
I did.
Was very
and
impressed
last night, too.
At Woodrow, yeah, you did those 69 steps going up to the press box. We didn't have quite that far to go, but I will say this. Every high school press box that is more than 20 feet off the ground should have an elevator.
I'm with you. And a restroom. No doubt about that.
The restroom even more so.
Well, you can see that the teams are back out onto the turf, and the clock shows that we're just half a minute or so away from starting the second half. So let's take one more commercial break before we get back to the action on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Glad to have you with us. And our action tonight is brought to you by the Thornhill Automotive Group on Video Productions. Didn't really get a chance to give you all of the players in the first half for the visitors from Wayne County, and so we want to do that. We told you we've got number 2, who is quite the player, Caden Hayton, senior, 6'3", 210, injured most of last year, but boy, he is at peak efficiency so far. Another running back is Ashton Walker, split end Jake Davis. Other running back is Dante Worrell. The quarterbacks, we told you they alternate. Eli Haffer, he's a sophomore, and a freshman, Trey Hayton, and those two will alternate at quarterback. Jaden Wayman is a running back. So those are some of the guys that we wanted to tell you about. Now the linemen, they've got some beef. Eli Richards, 235-pounder on the front wall, along with 250-pound Armando Batista. We told you about him. Garrett Adkins at 225, and Kobe Jackson at 230 pounds for the Wayne Pioneers. So they do have some big guys in the trenches, and so does Scott. And those guys have been pushing each other around, but not a whole lot of offense tonight. So you can see the referees working in the center, and a good hug that time. I love the sportsmanship. Coming to the near side is Mason Brown for the Skyhawks. And, of course, the big gun, Caden Hayton, wearing number 2 in the white jersey for the Wayne Pioneers. So we're ready to go. 3-0 is the score, and we're going to start this third quarter.
Give Scott credit. They've really kept Caden in check here so far. I mean, he's had a couple nice runs, but, no big runs. They've done an excellent job.
You're right about that. Only one advancement on offense of any consequence for Wayne. And, of course, for Scott, they wound up after recovering a fumble on the opposition 3-yard line. They could not punch it in, so wound up with a field goal. They also had a nice offensive run where they got down into the red zone but could not put home another field goal. So 3-0 is the halftime lead for the hometown Scott Skyhawks. Here deep in Boone County, West Virginia. Yours truly, Bill O'Brien, with Coach Mark Montgomery, and we are ready to play football. Breedlove will kick it off for the black and gold. Line drive, and it's taken on the run at the 16-yard line. Nice return on the far sideline, 30, 35, 40. Still going near midfield before pushed out of bounds in front of the Wayne bench. So a nice run that time by Jake Davis for the Pioneers.
Yeah, he got that good Sunday hop like you talk about in baseball. I mean, it got to him quick, and he had a heck of a nice return here. Got some good blocking by his teammates, and that's good starting field position.
And that is the best field position they've had, starting on their own 47-yard line. Out of the I formation with a wide out both left and right. Headed off to the big guy. Watch out. Here's Hayton. He's got a big run. He's got at least 15 yards down inside the 40.
Yeah, that's what you're afraid of defensively. You know, they've gotten that I formation for lead back, and that's probably his nicest run so far tonight as far as yardage gained.
And we have a player, as you're watching the replay, but back here I can see that one of the Scott players is face down on the field, and the staff comes out to look him over. And I think he's going to be okay. I am not a doctor and don't play one on television.
Nor did you stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
I did not do that. Oh, man. They're going to give him up. He's okay. That's great.
Yep.
That's great news. Big number 59, Charlie Ball. And he's jogging to the near sideline, so that's a good thing. As we mentioned, temperature in the mid-70s here, so there may be some cramps here in the second half. First down and 10. Wayne on the Scott 37. Alternating quarterbacks. They give it to the youngster. The freshman hands it off. And watch out. Here's Hayton. He's to the 10, 5. He's going to score.
And Bill, I'll tell you what, a nice run, but the play almost didn't get started. It looks like the quarterback stumbled coming out. He might have got stepped on. You look at it here again on the replay. He barely got it to him.
Hayton with a 36-yard TD scamper. So that's the first touchdown of the night finally. And it comes with 11:38 to play in the third.
You know, it just kind of that short drive, it looks to me like Coach Harmon probably challenged these guys, we're going to line up in a high formation, and we're going to run the ball right at them, and that sure is what they did here. And what Scott needs to do is don't let all the wind go out of your sail. You're still right in this game.
Haffer is the quarterback, going for two. Fakes the handoff, rolling, lightning. He is in for two. Haffer gets the run.
Little play-action pass off the ISO play, and that's exactly how you do it. You teach them run with that pylon. That's a tough angle if you're not pursuing very well.
So, with the score 8-3, we'll be back with the kickoff coming up after a quick break on Video Productions.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
Back we are. Now we've got thunder. This is not good. The weather is not cooperating. Short kick taken on the 28. Return to the 36.
I tell you, you look at this, there are some good hits going on. When you see players on the ground, on kickoffs, with people on top of them, there's some kids really getting after their job here on special teams.
Score is 8-3. Wayne leading. See if Scott can answer. Wideouts both ways. And the quarterback is Easterling. He's got a runner behind him, beside him, and he hands it off to that runner. Here's Brown. He's got room on the left side and advances it up to his 42. Got about 5 yards off that play. Mason Brown, 215-pound senior, 5'11". As we mentioned, a 4-year starter. Second down along 5 from the 42-yard line. So let's see what we've got for Scott. 11 minutes and change in the third quarter. Easterling. Handoff again to Brown. Brown, nothing.
Yeah, great penetration.
I'm just looking to get a number. So Brown was taken down by Jacob Sanders, just a freshman for Wayne.
Well, he made a big league play right there. I mean, he was in the backfield about as fast as the young man had the ball.
Sharps to the near side. Neal goes wide to the top of your screen. Easterling looking to throw, and there's nobody there. So that was miscommunication that time. He was throwing a 10-yard square-out pattern, and the wide receiver Sharps was going down the sideline as fast as he could go.
Yeah, I think that's the same play there late in the second quarter. They threw out here and got a first down. He went down and hitched up, and I think that's what the Easterling thought was going to happen. A little miscommunication. That happened still early in the season.
Ryan Neal will punt the ball from his 30.
Ryan Neal set the punt.
This will be his third kick of the night. Boy, that is a boomer. And it goes into the end zone. Wow. He's got a leg.
That was over 50 from the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's been his MO all night. I started to say the returner for Wayne, he needs to get back around the 10-yard line because he'll get it to him. Sure did.
So we'll see if the Pioneers can keep their momentum going.
I got a feeling you're going to see some more I formation and that big guy standing back there at the top of the I.
That's number 2, Hayton, talking about. This time the defense takes care of business. Not much of a gain. Second down, 9. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Look for the quick hitter to the fullback. When defense starts keying, on that ISO play tailback, you try to sneak the fullback up in there, and that's Wayne football. Get hard-nosed with maybe pull a guard for trap.
Tom Harmon, the Wayne coach, 29th year, 234 wins, 71% winning percentage. Boy, zigging and zagging, good for about 5 yards that time.
Yeah, that's that fullback quick hitter.
Jaden Wayman, the senior 170-pounder, wound up with the ball. Third down and 1.
When you're 5'5", it's kind of hard to find you back there when the ball's first snapped, and he does a great job. I mean, he's a really good high school fullback.
Thomas Crisp is into the ball game on the defensive line for the Skyhawks. Third down and 1. The ball on the 30. Big play. Penalty marker. Somebody jumped the neutral zone, I believe.
Yeah, first time we've seen the full house backfield. You might want to call it a wishbone or T formation, but he's got 3 backs in there. Short yardage.
Offside against Scott. 5 yards gives Wayne a first down.
You always got to remember, no short yardage situations, 3rd, 4th down. Quarterback's probably going to change his cadence. He's going to try to do something to get you to jump offside. You got to watch that football.
Ball on the 34-yard line, first down. Running play again, nothing doing. Well, that time, Haffer was in a quarterback. He handed it off, and the defenders from Scott had that one figured out quickly.
What's good about that, it gives you another blocker in front of that lead back, but also defensively now you don't have a lot of things off that. It's easy keys. You're going to go with the flow.
Second down, 10. Wayne on their 34. Hayton quarterbacking. looking to throw. Fires the short one. It's complete at the 40-yard line. And boy, what a hit that time. My goodness.
Yeah, excellent tackle.
That tackle was made by number 3, Ryan Neal. He's been all over the place tonight.
Yeah, great job by Neal. You know, if the kid catches it, you want to try to dislodge the ball with the contact, and that was good contact. Nice play all the way around. Good catch, great tackle.
Not a lot of passing tonight. We didn't expect much from the Pioneers. Now we've got a penalty called against Wayne. Ball winds up back at the 29, where it'll be second down and 15.
Never saw a signal, did you?
I did not. Jake Davis is one of the wideouts to the near side. Misdirection to the near side. And again, Scott is there. And a good defensive play by Thomas Crisp, among others. Helped out by Caden Sharps defensively. Third down and 11.
Yeah, that Skyhawk defense, they've really stayed home for the misdirection, and that's good preparation, good coaching. You know, that's a big part of Wayne's game, and they've done a great job. Gained a couple yards, but haven't given up the big play.
Ball on the 33-yard line. Both these coaches are just so impressive. They're teachers, they're motivators. Both programs are terrific in AA. Big third down play, looking to throw, rolling. He is going to be taken up. He keeps his feet, and now he's taken down at the 35-yard line. That was Haffer, who could not escape the defenders.
Yeah, great effort. I mean, he was doing everything he could, but when you have good pursuit, when you have 10, 11 guys running the football, this is what happens.
Watch number 11, Sharps, in the black.
And you look at all those defensive guys from Scott. Everybody's running to the ball. Good force from the corner, forcing outside in, and that's how you play defense.
Time to punt for Wayne. Their second punt of the night. This one goes up the elevator shaft. And it's going to take a little English and taken down at the 34-yard line. So Scott will have marvelous field position after a bad punt.
And I tell you, even with the bad punt, what's even better for Wayne is that Scott wasn't able to come over to get that ball, because if they'd had a player to get it, he was going to the end zone without anybody, I think, being able to tackle him. So bad punt, but worked out, a lot better than what it could have been.
There you go. Spot the ball on the 35, where it'll be time for the Skyhawks. They try to get in this game. They're down 8-3.
Great field position.
More like a baseball score. Easterling hands the ball off. Brown fights his way forward to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Maybe not. So Mason Brown, who turned those legs but didn't get anything for it. Second down and 10. Ball on the Wayne 35, where Scott in great field position. What do you do now, Coach?
Well, Wayne has won the battle here as far as the defensive line concerned in the third quarter. So, even though Scott might not want to do it, they're going to have to throw the football a little bit. Maybe a screen. When you're getting a lot of pressure, a screen might be good.
Bad snap. Easterling gets it, and they get him. Well, he's going to lose a bunch. A terrific play that time by Nicholas Bardine. Wow.
Well, everybody thinks quarterbacks is probably the most important position, but I want to tell you the hardest position to play, in my opinion, because I played as center. It not only is an excellent snap dependent on you, but you also have to block, and sometimes that's very hard. I'm sure the ball's damp from the moisture, so those things will happen. And it's not easy to play center if you haven't done it.
Third down and 19. Easterling. He's got a slot to his left. He's looking to his left. And he is going to be thrown for another loss. Wow. Coming out there, fighting off the defenders, was 55. And I'm still looking for him. Yeah, we're still looking. Anyway, had a great tackle.
Just hit the bottom.
Don't see it. 4th down and long, punting time. Boy, here's another great punt. Down at the 15, still rolling, and it'll be blown dead at the 14, maybe 13 as the rain has returned. So Ryan Neal with a nice kick again. He has really done a job. 4 punts tonight, and he has really boomed it. Well, the rain is coming down with intensity. Wayne's got the ball. 1st down, and we're going to call it the 13-yard line. That's where it is. Running play again. Nothing doing that time. That was Thomas Crisp who led the defenders for Scott.
Yeah, you want to just try to get this ball, off the goal line a little bit. You have to punt it back. You don't want to take any chances, ball security. The 3 points that Scott got in the first half led from a turnover down here by the Wayne Pioneers.
3 minutes left in the third quarter. 8-3 is the score. And wow, that is lightning. I saw that one for sure because it looked like it's right overhead. And we're going to quit.
Once again, fans, we ask
yeah, I mean, that was big time.
and return to their cars.
Everybody, head for cover.
Especially Sig White.
So at 9:37, we will mark that. Our second lightning delay of the night. First one came right around 8 o'clock, and we had a half-hour delay. But there's been lightning in the area, and I think the worst of it, according to the radar that I've got, is coming as far as rain is concerned. Well, Coach, looks like you and I will get another break. First, though, let's pause for a commercial message, and then we'll recap the game as we have it, and then we'll go back to maybe playing some of your favorite waltz music. That'll be coming up after this break on Video Productions.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Now we're just 17 and a half out front.
Well, you can see the rain coming down. We have 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the third quarter. The score is 8-3, favor of Wayne. And we'll recap up to now. but there's going to be at least a half an hour delay. That last lightning was really, really close. So they've asked the fans to get back under cover and off the metal bleachers. And a lot of folks going to the parking lot where they will listen. Had a chance to talk to both of the radio broadcasters here locally in Madison and also in Wayne. And, I did this for 43 years following the Beckley Flying Eagles. And, nothing you can do about the weather. I mean, Coach, there was one night we had a thick fog at North Marion. Couldn't see the field, but we made it up. There's all kinds of weather delays. This one, though, is what are you going to do? You just got to get inside and make sure everybody is safe.
Well, let's don't forget this is a game, and the safety, not only the players but the fans as well. I mean, you're setting metal bleachers. You have about 6 tall metal lightning rods called light poles sticking up in there. So, it's safety first, nothing else. And, I think this is a great rule. None of us want to stay here, past the normal time, but safety first for the kids.
No doubt about it. Just tuning in, we'll give you the 2 scoring plays. Scott scored in the first quarter after they recovered a fumble on the 3-yard line. They could not punch it into the end zone, so they kicked a 29-yard field goal. That was with 5:45 left in the opening period, and Scott led 3-0. That was the halftime score, and right at the end of the first quarter is when we had that first delay right around 8 o'clock and got back to playing at 8:30. And then in this quarter, Wayne got going, and it was a 36-yard scamper by Caton Hayton. And with 11:38 to go in the third quarter, he scored, and then the 2-point play by the quarterback Heffer, and 8-3, that's the score right now. So each team has scored, and it's been a really good game to watch, especially the defense. They have come through. There's the big guys. We told you, Hayton, who has been kept at bay except for the 36-yard touchdown. Wayne still has multiple weapons, but as far as Scott is concerned, they've also been able to get it down close. They hit a 29-yard field goal. They missed a 29-yarder, and they've had a couple of flashes of brilliance. Maybe I shouldn't use flash when we've been having all of the lightning here, but anyway, that's the story right now with an 8-3 lead for the Wayne Pioneers. Wayne won their opening game against Tulsa, and Scott lost their opening game as they were shut out by Chapmanville. So there you go, 2 of the AA powers in the state of West Virginia. In fact, they played twice last year, as we told you, once in the regular season and then once in the postseason. Scott lost in the regular and then won in the playoffs. So back and forth. These 2 great coaches have terrific programs. Scott Skyhawks led by Jeremy Dolan, a 36-13 record counting last week in his 5th year, 73% winning percentage. And the Wayne Pioneers led by Tom Harmon, who is in his 29th year, 234 wins and 96 losses, a 71% winning percentage, and 3 state titles. So we've got more, hopefully, to get to you in the next half hour when everybody gets the all-clear signal. Let's hope we'll get that soon. And then we will resume with the Scott and Wayne football telecast on video production. So we're going to take a break. We'll get a chance to have some Cheez-Its and Pepsi, and we'll come back in about 25 minutes and update you during this lightning delay from Madison, West Virginia. And welcome back, everybody. We have been through another lightning delay here in Madison, West Virginia. We are in the third quarter. We have 2 minutes and 39 seconds, 38 seconds left, and we're ready to play ball. This is the third quarter. 8-3 the score. Wayne leading. The rain is pretty well stopped. Hopefully the lightning is gone. We looked at the radar, and it appears that the worst of the storm is over. So we had another 30-minute rain delay, lightning delay here. I'm Bill O'Brien. Coach Mark Montgomery is my sidekick. Our producer-director is Louisa DC. And Seth Ward is our camera operator. Third down, 8 yards to go.
Bill Wayne's put the formation here to the wide side of the field.
Boy, there's a big, big opening. Watch this run. Nice run that time by Ashton Walker. 5'6", senior, 150 pounds, little scat back.
Yeah, here comes a look at you. You can see this is one of the few times tonight Scott's got outnumbered. They set the formation and pulled to see two nice blocks by two pullers there that was able to get him the first down yardage.
Absolutely right. And the way Ryan Neal was the tackler on that last play. First down and 10 yards to go. The ball is on the 39-yard line. Penalty marker flies, running play, snowed under for maybe a yard.
Yeah, that's a tight end. He didn't get set. You know, you have to be set a second. He flipped the tight end to the other side trying to get numbers again. But in those situations, you know, that's on the quarterback. He has to wait and let him get set, but it happens a lot, and that's the reason for the 5-yard penalty.
Moose Miller made that stop, by the way. So the ball is put back on the 24-yard line, where it'll be first down and 15 to go. Wayne in the white shirts leading 8-3. They scored early in this third quarter on a long jaunt, a 36-yard run by Caden Hayton. He's number 2. He's their big gun. This time, oh, look at this play. Or a big, big loss that time. Penalty marker flies after the tackle. Maybe a little extracurricular, I'm not sure, but Charlie Ball made a great tackle on that play defensively for Scott.
Yeah, had a little trouble with the snap, and Scott did a great job of penetration. You kind of wonder what here. I don't know if it's who's going to go on, if it was too much celebration or somebody said something. That's usually what happens.
Mark, that may be too much celebration. Mark Montgomery, retired coach, alongside me. Well, they waved it off?
I think
I'm not sure.
He did it so fast, maybe an illegal shift.
Well, he signaled the penalty against Wayne. And they're putting the ball on the 10-yard line. That's a major penalty.
Yeah.
Coach Montgomery has the field glasses down on the play.
Yeah, but
and
I still couldn't pick those signals up he was giving.
Yeah. Our monitor actually has a better view than the live shot we've got here. Again, we can't say enough good things about this press box here at the stadium. Skyhawks Stadium. Boone Memorial Health Field. Running play. Big number 2, Hayton. Turns the left corner for nothing. And again, a big defensive stop by the hometown Skyhawks.
Still not a good exchange there from the center. Had a little trouble. You know, like I said, we've had rain. Things are wet.
Still a little.
There's the quarter.
Wet. Right. Well, the third quarter is done. So we've made it through 3. The score is Wayne 8, Scott 3. Back in a minute with the final quarter on Video Productions.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, It's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
And we're back in Madison, West Virginia. And our broadcast tonight is sponsored by the Thornhill Auto Group. Thanks to them, they can make your automotive dreams come true. Thornhill Auto Group. All right, we're ready for the last quarter of play here in Madison. Scott Skyhawks trailing by 8-3. They scored on a 29-yard first quarter field goal, and Wayne scored on a 36-yard run by Hayton. And that's it. So Wayne ready to go from their 10. And it's going to be another running play for a yard, maybe two.
Scott would love to get a turnover right here, and Wayne's just trying to get the ball off the goal line and punt it and play field position. It's been a defensive struggle all night.
Really has. Wayne really gave up the field goal by fumbling on their own 3-yard line. Wayne wound up with the field goal. Check me, Scott did. Here's Wayne. Little flare to the flat on the right. And again, nice coverage that time by the Skyhawks. I mean, they really flew to the ball, Coach.
And exactly that's a play that Wayne's had successful with. The Scott defender defeated the blocker who tried to come out and block him, and that play was going nowhere. Great defensive play.
So it's time for a punt. From the goal line, here's the kick, and it's a nice one. To the 48-yard line, and that is where the Scott Skyhawks will get it. So the catch by Sharps, he dropped it and wisely fell on the ball. It's one of those things, Coach, you try to pick it up and run with it, and because things are so slippery, bad things could happen. So I think that was a good play.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do with him with the conditions the way they are, damp ball, damp field. He did the proper thing. That's great field position. Looking here, the Skyhawks to get a drive going, and, of course, Wayne's really been dominating the line of scrimmage here most of the game.
Nathan Easterling, number 6 on his black shirt. He's the quarterback. He fires over the middle. He had a man out there and overthrew him. So out there was Peanut Brown. That would have been 6. He had one-on-one coverage and had a step on the defender.
Love the play call. That was play action. They actually pulled a guard, and like you said, he had him running right down the middle of the field. Those are heartbreakers. Out of character, they threw it on first down. Great play call.
Second down, 10 to go. Scott on the 48 of Wayne. Running play. Turning the corner is Brown. He's got a big one. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. Brown to the 10. Brown to the 5. Brown scores. What a play, Mason Brown.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I mean, that's the action. They threw the pass off. He got the edge right here, had good downfield blocking, and then he made 2 guys miss. Great run.
Look at that. I mean, he just broke tackles. Look at that. Looked like he was down at the 5, and he said, nope, nobody's going to stop me.
Kind of reminds you of Owen Schmidt, the high school version there. Great run.
Yeah. Point after by Breedlove is coming. Easterling will hold. So it's 9-8, Scott.
I don't know if it's a good place to go for two. That way a field goal can only tie you. I mean, the extra point's going to make it 10. They might be reconsidering that. If it was, I'm gonna put the coaching hat on here. I'm perfect from the press box, but I think you go for two.
Well, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about right now. That's another reason that Coach Jeremy Dolan with the Skyhawks has been so successful. Very impressed with him when I had a chance, you and I had a chance to meet with him and some members of his staff. I mean, just personable but knowledgeable. And, when I asked him about him giving it up after this 5th year, and he's been so successful, he says, I've got a son who is not on the team but is a senior. And he said, we just want to do other things.
Yeah, and he also works for the West Virginia Department of Corrections, and he was in charge of the juvenile facility here, but he got promoted. Now he's over like all the programs that go on in the juvenile center. So he has to travel a lot, he said, and it just makes it tough. So I'm sure just the type of personality is that he's great at that job, dealing with youngsters and hopefully changing their lives around.
Speaking of traveling, we'd like to thank our friends at Little General stores. You'll find Little General all over the state. Here's the throw. Here's the 2. There's the dive, and they say no. So close that time. Wow. Mason Brown went diving and just missed. I'd like to see that again if we have it. Maybe not. Yeah, we do? Okay. Thanks, Louisa. Looking to throw is Easterling. There's Brown. Yep, his knee touchdown at about the 1. Good call. So there's a timeout on the field. The score, Scott 9, Wayne 8. Back in 30 seconds on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Just checking on that, a 48-yard run by Mason Brown for the touchdown. And with 10:27 to play in the ball game. Well, this has been a great one. We could discount Mother Nature's attempt to stop it. We've had 2 lightning delays of roughly 30 minutes each time. Scott leading 9-8, and the Skyhawks are ready to kick it. Tucker Breedlove will take care of that duty. And a lot of the fans have stayed around, even though the weather has not cooperated tonight. Breedlove, it's a little skitter kick. Down at the 29, here comes the return. Up to the 40, watch out, to midfield. Return coming down to the 20-yard line, 30-yard line. And that is where Breedlove is able to save the touchdown. Let's look again.
Yeah, it's a good job. Wayne all night's been returning kicks towards their sideline. Once again, they have it set up over there, and he just does a good job. Was able to pick the ball up clean, had good blockers. You see basically they have the wall set. Good job there by the young man from Scott.
Yeah, that was Breedlove. Trey Hayton made the return. So they're going to have their best field position here. Wayne will on the 26-yard line. Here we go, first down. Running play to the big guy, Hayton. He's got 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. Even this late in the game, Coach, I mean, this guy was not going to stop churning those legs.
You're not going to look back when you see this game, but that's probably his best run. I mean, he was hit by about 7 guys from Scott, good hits, and he kept his legs churning, ran behind his pads. Yeah, that's a heck of a run in this point of the game.
Ball spotted on the 21, so it's a 7-yard gain. Second down along 3. There's the handoff up the middle. Good for a couple of yards. And let's take a look at the tackle on that play. I'm looking. I think I see Miller in there. So the ball is spotted on the 18-yard line. 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but so far these first 2 plays have been true Wayne Pioneer football, and I think that's what you're going to continue to see.
Power football. Haffer is the quarterback, number 11. Hands it off to the big guy. There is Hayton. He needed one. I think he got it.
Yeah, that was good defense, though. I mean, give the Skyhawks credit. They're really playing tough there where they haven't been very successful up front. Wayne's kind of had their way with them so far here in the second half, but they're stepping up right now when they need to.
That's a 1st down. Just barely. On the 16-yard line. And again, the running play draws a big crowd. Good for a couple or 3. A 9-8 Scott advantage with 8:20 to play in the ball game. 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball inside the 15. Let's see if that Scott defense can knuckle down. They have played so well tonight, giving up only the 1 long touchdown run. Here we go. And again, it's Haffer at quarterback. Inside handoff, fullback, up the gut, down inside the 5.
Yeah, that's wing T play at its best. That's the fullback dive, and you fake the buck sweep to the right, and it's a lot of good deception. Quarterback a lot of times will fake out of that. You have to really play your keys. Whammer's done a great job tonight running behind his pads on those quick hitters.
So it's 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Wayne Pioneers. Down by a point. And give it off to the big guy. There's Hayton. And he did not get it.
Now Grant came off the edge there, made a nice tackle. The lead back was blocking up there in the B gap between guard and tackle. Grant just came down hard inside and made a nice play.
Cooper Grant, the will linebacker. Again, this defense has really played well for Scott. But Wayne just pounds the ball at you. All right. On the 1, 2nd and goal. Hayton again, he walks in. That's a 2nd touchdown tonight for Caden Hayton, the 6'3", 210-pounder. Let's look at the Thornhill replay.
Yeah, that's that lead play, and all they did was they ran it wide that time, and they'd been trying to run it up in the gut. Scott had really trying to take away the inside gaps, and that turned out to be an easy walk into the end zone.
I think they're going to call a timeout to try to get the 2-point PAT. So it's 14-9 Wayne. Let's pause for 30 seconds on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Our production director tonight is Louisa D.C. Seth Ward, our camera operator. Mark Montgomery, retired coach, is with us here. 40 years of walking the sideline. And he's chosen to be with us tonight after his retirement last winter. Yours truly, Bill O'Brien. My first trip here to Skyhawk Land, and it's been fun, except for the lightning delays, but the game has been great. Going for 2. Wayne Looking, rolling. Little flip, and it's good. Good for 2.
Yeah, there's the bootleg action. Not out of the true wing tee, but you got motion over, and then the back that was in motion that came, you see him here, he's going to go back out in the flat, go underneath the coverage, and the quarterback did a good job waiting for him to get open because he got tied up a little bit inside.
Eli Haffer able to get the pass over there to Caden, and Hayton has just had a great second half.
And then that was important, that 2-point, now it makes, if you wouldn't have got it, a touchdown could have tied you, and an extra point win. Now, you're sitting pretty good right now. If Scott would score, you could still have a chance to stop the extra point.
16-9 Wayne. So here we go. And the Hardy Souls, who have decided to stay here, have really seen a whale of a game.
We saw how important a special teams return is. We'll see how the coverage and return is here.
Sharps and Neal. Well,
don't know if that was planned or not.
I don't know,
yeah. You like the call, but what happens if you don't get it? Scott has good field position, so a lot of times you can catch somebody asleep. Scott had all the momentum there on their last drive. So,
well, last time Scott started at this exact spot at the Wayne 48, and Mason Brown made them pay with the 48-yard TD run. Bad snap. Quarterback Easterling dives on the ball, but it's going to cost him a big loss to the 42. Ouch.
I won't go on my defensive centers again because, it is still true. The conditions are bad.
Yes.
You're asking the guy to have to block. Looks like he was probably going to have to step backside, and it's tough, folks. It's the center's the most important. He touches the ball every offensive play, and those things happen.
So it's 2nd down and 10. That was a big mistake. And the ball is on the 43-yard line. Scott in their own territory. They send Sharps wide to the left. And looking to throw left. Easterling evades the would-be tackler. Pitches it to the sideline just as he's clobbered. I don't think that was intentional grounding. And he did want to get rid of the ball, though. He was outside the tackle box, and there was somebody sort of near.
Well, in high school football today, as long as you throw the ball and it goes out of bounds in the air, it's not intentional grounding. So a lot of people probably think, but it's not. Now, I see him walking backwards here. I don't know. That shouldn't be grounding. You're allowed to do that.
Well, they're going to call him out at the sideline at the 38.
Okay, he might have stepped out.
Yeah.
3rd
down and 25 to go. 3 receivers near side. Looking to throw is Easterling. Firing to the near side, and it's incomplete. And again, miscommunication. Caden Sharps was going to his left. The ball was delivered to the right, to the sideline.
Again, we've played 7.5 quarters in this season. Everything's not going to go perfect. Miscommunication, obviously. Probably should have. He was counting on the receiver to be there, and it wasn't. So, you're going to have to play good defense here. And if you're Skyhawks, try to get the ball back.
Still plenty of time left, 5.5 minutes roughly to play. And so it's punting time again. And Ryan Neal, we've seen that he can really boot that ball. He's standing back at his 25. Good snap. And a nice high kick. Not going to go that far. Bounding down inside the 30. And going to be touched dead at the 26. So, Scott not able to take advantage of great field position. Now whistles will, and there's a penalty in the backfield. We may do this one over. The kicker says that he was run into. That was Ryan Neal, as we told you.
I think we're going to be able to take a look at it here.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll call. Maybe they declined it since it was only 5 yards. They're going to take it where the ball landed, I'm sure.
So the ball's on the 26-yard line, and that's where Wayne will get it. Last time they scored on a 1-yard plunge by Caden Hayton. He scored both touchdowns for Wayne. Scott with a field goal and a touchdown by Brown. That's been the scoring tonight. We're late in the ball game, 5:15 remaining in it. And Wayne's going to try to use up some clock. Here's Haffer. There's a penalty marker down. You could hear in the press box here. Everybody could see the hold that time as Haffer was rolling to his right and was getting good following by the black and gold of the Skyhawks. Let's take a look at the ref.
Well, I think
holding.
Scott's in a good position. Wayne's going to try to run the football so that you can get more men in a box and outnumber them. Just got to be sure you're good tacklers. You don't run past a play and let it get in the secondary.
2nd down and 14 to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. Wayne is ready. 2 wideouts near side, but they're going to run the ball virtually every time, and that's good for a couple of yards, so they get 2 of them back.
Well, Bill, Wayne here in the second half's kind of been really tough on defense and been able to have a little upper hand offensively. So, the more as long as they run it, that clock keeps running, and I'm sure Coach Harmon's looking at that. And the Skyhawks need to stop here to get the ball back.
3rd down 13 after Jaden Wayman took his lumps after a yard advance.
Might going to run it down here and take a timeout, possibly.
By the way, Scott's on the road next week, and in 2 weeks, Independence will come to town from Raleigh County. They won tonight. 3rd down long. Well, they get a nice run that time by Caden Hayton. He'll make up about half of what is necessary, but it'll be 4th down and about 7. Clock still turning, 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go. So it'll be punting time for Mr. Hayton. Single safety back for Scott. Scott down by a TD, and we're approaching 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Hayton just gets it away. Not very long. And it's going to roll down to the 41-yard line, maybe 40. Yep. There it's touched. And this will probably be the last chance for Scott on their own 40-yard line, Coach.
Yeah, if Wayne gets it back, you're going to just get more of what you saw that series. Force Scott to use their timeouts, but key drive here in the game. You got decent field position.
Sure do. Easterling, Ryan Neal, Mason Brown, those have been the guys on offense tonight for the Skyhawks.
And let's don't forget about that play-action pass there a couple series ago on 1st down where they had a guy open over the middle, so might come back to that.
Good point. All right, that's Neal to the bottom of your screen, and a split end to the top. And the ball off to Brown. He's got a blocker. He's across the 45 and taken down near midfield. Nice run.
Yeah, that's basically the same play. They had a good run on for the touchdown. They've liked coming here. Here's another look at it.
It's Mason Brown, 34, who will carry.
Running into the boundary here. He's got good blocking. Scott's done a great job with downfield blocking by their receivers.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Nothing doing that time. Boy, defender got the runner by the ankle and would not let go. And again, who was it? Mr. Hayton. Caden Hayton stops it for no gain. Third down and a long 2.
It's been tough for Scott running inside.
Uh-oh. Easterling fumbles. The ball was so slippery, he was ready to throw it, and it just slipped right out of his hand. He's lucky to get it back. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that was play action off of that outside play they've had success with. You just feel bad for the kids. I mean, the ground's wet, the ball's wet. No matter how much you wipe it off, I'm sure it's the air's heavy with mist and dew.
Thornhill Auto Group brings you the replay. Thank you, Thornhill. Fourth down, 8 to go. Obviously, Scott's got to go for 2 minutes to play in this ball game. A 7-point lead for the Pioneers from Wayne.
So, again, you're going to try to get the ball into your players' best hands here. You've always got a couple plays for these situations offensively. If you're Wayne, what you want to do is you want to identify their best players. You want to know where those sticks are, and you want to be good tacklers right here.
Well, Mason Brown, number 34, is the man who scored the long touchdown run for the Scott Skyhawks earlier in this half, plus the field goal. That's been the scoring for Scott. And this is their last chance. High snap. Easterling is able to keep it. He's running for his life. Fires on the run. Incomplete. Brown was the intended receiver. And so the ball goes over on downs. There is a flag on the play. Easterling was clobbered as he let go. And that may be a personal foul. Late hit, maybe. Let's take a look again.
Yeah, keep your eyes after he lets go of the ball.
He was lucky to get that snap. Yeah, he took a shot.
He did, but I don't think it was late. The defender had already committed. You know, that's one of those things. I'm on Scott's sideline. I'm saying he got hit late, but it was a bang play. I think that was the correct call. He'd already committed, and just good defense. You're going to see 3 runs right here. You're talking ball security right now. If you're Scott, you're telling, let's rip that thing out if we can. Somebody hold him up and let's punch the ball out.
From the Scott 42, Hayton gets the carry, and Hayton gets nothing. So down to 1:45 remaining. Timeout called. And up off the bottom of that play. I mean, this guy, Brown, has just given everything he's got. Mason Brown.
The key here is, of course, you're Wayne, you're wanting to run clock, but you also still want to try to get a first down. A first down, that definitely ends it. Scott have one more timeout, I think, and so they'll be able to stop it one more time. So it'll be close here. But you're telling your backs, 2 hands cover the ball. Had a little trouble here on the center. Quarterback exchanges a couple times. So the snaps haven't, been great all night both ways.
Well, again, it's because of the weather, certainly. Yeah. Well, we've had 2 lightning delays tonight, and courtesy of Coach Mark Montgomery, who brought almost an entire box of Cheez-Its, and we finished almost all of it. So thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
And for your great commentary. Second down, 11. Here's Hayton. Hayton gets nothing. Third down, 11. And again, the clock turning. 1:35. Minute and a half.
Yeah, if they don't get a first down, they're going to be able to get it down to about, the 30-second range. So they're still going to have to punt the ball. or unless they would, attempt to go for it on 4th down. But
they may take a delay of game.
Or he's got some timeouts. He might run it down here and call timeout himself. 1 second.
Sophomore quarterback Eli Haffer has the new play from the side. Running play again. And again, the Moose. Mason Miller makes the grab after a 1-yard advance. 4th down, 10. Now we're down to 42 seconds. So maybe one last gasp for the Skyhawks.
About a 12, 13-second difference.
And we're down to 26 ticks.
You might just
yeah, they're going to take the penalty here.
Yeah.
And here it comes. There's a play clock in each end zone. 3, 2, 1. And there's the delay of game with 7.3.
Well, I think he called a timeout. Yeah, he waited. I'm sure he told the referee, I want a timeout for 1 second. Smart. I mean, that's excellent coaching.
So officially 8 seconds remaining in the ball game.
You might believe, I don't know if he'll do it. I mean, if you think you've got to play, you maybe run a wide play, something to take time. If you don't want to take the chance of the snap and the kick and the cover, but I'd say he feels good that they've had good long snaps to punt it, cover it. The most you Scott could have is a Hail Mary. So, and I'm sure you'll see Wayne in some type of prevent defense. Got to tackle him. It's high school football. Sometimes. Just like in this game, that old ball's not round, it bounces different than the rest of them.
We're going to have a very quick wrap-up show because it's past my bedtime, and we've got a long drive home. Plus, we got to feed Coach. That's all there is to it. I mean, Cheez-Its ain't going to get it. It did for me, but not for him.
Everybody knows Coach. Coach carries a lot with him.
And I'm with you.
Yeah, You're going to see a play here, and hopefully,
Hayton.
There's that outside play, Bill.
Turns upfield, gets the first down, but it doesn't make any difference. 2 seconds left.
Yeah, I thought they might do that, trying to take the inside away, and was able to get outside. And, the average run and play, if you get any type of yardage, is going to take, 5 to 7 seconds. So
it's been a great game. This fourth quarter deciding it. Scott battled back to lead 9-8, and then Wayne scored the touchdown and the 2-point PAT, and they're going to win this game by a touchdown, 16-9. 2 seconds remaining.
Yeah, both teams should be commended on how they played. It was a very well, clean played game. It's football at its best. It's one of those things you say, hey, it's too bad.
Somebody's got to lose,
but,
Yeah, 2 AA powers. We'll see them in the playoffs, both teams. But it wasn't a first down, and so here's the very last play of the ball game. Easterling looking, and he's going to throw the ball. Penalty marker flies, and it's incomplete, out of bounds, but let's check the marker.
Yeah.
Might have been holding. Could have been anything.
Yeah, if it's against the Skyhawks, the game's over. If against Wayne, they'll have one untimed down.
That's it. It's against Scott. Game over. So that is the end of the ball game. Final score, Wayne 16, Scott 9. We'll take one more commercial break, and then we'll wrap up tonight's broadcast on Video Productions.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Back at Skyhawks Stadium in Madison, West Virginia. We have done this broadcast with 2 lightning delays, but in between, great football was played. And the final score tonight, Wayne 16, the Scott Skyhawks 9. In the first quarter of play, the only scoring was a field goal by Scott. Breedlove kicked a 29-yarder, and that was it, 3-0 at the end. In fact, at the end of the first half, it was 3-0. In the third quarter of play, Wayne was able to score for the first time, and after they got that touchdown, they had things rolling pretty much their way. They had Mr. Hayton, Caden Hayton, who really got things rolling. He was able to score on a 36-yard run. That was in the third quarter. And then he wrapped it up on a 1-yard plunge in the fourth quarter. And the 2-point pass play set the final score at 16-9. Well, Scott then goes to 0-2. Wayne goes to 2-0. Scott's next game will be on the road at Sissonville. And, Coach, final comment before we say goodnight.
Hey, two really well-prepared teams, played hard. Good high school football game. Still only the second game of the season, so, I'm sure Scott's saying, hey, we played so much better than we did in the first week. This was a very good Wayne team, and a lot of good things can come for both teams.
Thanks to everybody here at Scott High School for their hospitality. Really nice to be here, and we thank them so much. That's going to take care of business here. Our producer director is Louisa D.C. Seth Ward was our camera operator. I'm Bill O'Brien, speaking for Coach Mark Montgomery. Thank you for tuning in, and have a copious